Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. We're out here at the runway at Vandenburg in a brand new aircraft. Val is at the controls, taking another sightseeing tour. I've called this one the UF-107. Not a whole lot to it, really. We're just gonna go take a quick hop up there, and the objective here was to take a quick hop out to Kodiak, which is not a quick hop at all, but rather a several-hour flight, even in time warp. And even for a jet that's easily capable of Mach 2.4, such as this one, thanks to these awesome J75s, although we've got the brakes on. There we go. Whoa, and we don't have stability control on. That would have helped out quite a bit. Alright, we're just going to clear this hill and get ourselves on heading. And you might be noticing some newish textures, or at least ones that seem to work pretty well for this. I did get some new texture packs, but the name of such is eluding me at the moment. And I figured out in test flights of this that whoever does the algorithm for the fuel transfer on the crossfeed of these decouplers synchronizes them so that all three of these tanks, despite having different capacities, will drain at different rates. And that's really cool. And I'm just kind of wanted to show off this jet a little bit. I'm kind of very pleased with the way it turned out. I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. But yeah, little issues with the cockpit view, mostly being that that tank there just kind of gets in the way of things. But Val's view is particularly amazing. Alright, we can go ahead and start to level off and throttle back. We don't need to be in full burner this whole time. We have a very long flight ahead of us. And by the math, or at least by what I was able to simulate in 15-minute test runs, this should have enough fuel to get close-ish to, I keep wanting to call it Yukon. Maybe it's called Denali? Nope, Kodiak. Neither of those. Kodiak, like the bear. Like the big mech from Battletech. So anyway, this plane, remarkably stable. I'm very proud of it. But you can really just kind of pop it in time warp and let it float. At least in testing anyway, it seemed to level itself out pretty well. Yeah, well, it looks like it's starting to level itself off now. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we'll just fly lower. No big deal. Anyway, like I said before, this is going to be a particularly long flight. I haven't decided if I'm just going to edit sections out entirely or if I'm just going to put it in fast forward and let you see the whole thing at a ridiculous time warp. But, you know, we'll figure something out there. Alright, we need to level a little better. That should work. I don't mind a slight climb. But what I do need to do is keep my eyes on one of these here tanks. Because like I said before, they'll all drain at the same rate, so I can ditch all three of them at the same time. It will probably be... They should get us all the way across California. If not, then just a little bit into Oregon before we have to ditch them. Either way, I will not feel bad about the Winefield or Hipster that they land on. These are just things that happen. So, anyway... I would say just enjoy the scenery, and I'll be checking back in if anything interesting happens. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully this will just be a nice long flying montage. Alright, we're coming up on tank jettison. There it is. And they're gone. That was weird. Alright then. And... yeah, it looks like Northern California. Fuck you, California. So, we need to stay kind of within land so that we can have a place to park our plane for a while we switch our active landing site to Kodiak. We'll probably be looking to do that soon. Wow. Okay. Well then. Let's just go ahead and do this now. That looks like a pretty good spot over there. What did he say? Because good flat places to land are difficult to find sometimes. And we'll just bump our friction control up just a bit. And we'll take a quick save in case this doesn't go very well. Because we are kind of heavy, all things considered. Being is that we're pretty much full up on fuel now. This is the typical standard loadout, I guess you'd say. No drop tanks, just a lot of fuel and scientific equipment that we probably didn't need to bring at all. Yeah, so none of us gets us anything worthwhile. So let's just get over to this nice flat spot. Alright, and Val, you need to cook off some of this speed, certainly. Dang, this thing's not very good at slowing down. Air brakes would have been a good idea. Alright, let's take it in and hope for the best. Alright, bring it in. Ooh. Alright, a little rough, but no big deal. Slowing down. Whoa. What is this wiggle that I don't like? Val, what are you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. My hands are not in controls. This is all SAS just going crazy. Alright. That's fine. We're parked. Now we've got to go switch our landing site. Stay put, Val. We'll be right back. Launch site changed. US Kodiak. Not quite halfway there. Make sure we've got our, UF 107 AAX selected and fly. Alright, now then, we'll take our friction control back down to avoid any goofiness on takeoff. That does it for this wheel too. Alright, brakes disengaged, throttle up. We need to get off the ground quickly, if we can, please. 'Cause that's a big hill, and we're facing the wrong way. Alright, come on, Val, get it up. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Airborne. That was great. That worked out really, really well. Alright, and now we don't need nearly so much throttle or so much climb, and we can head back to our autopilot. Which is working perfectly. It did burn quite a bit of fuel on that takeoff run though, but yeah, let's say, as you can see as a base percentage, maybe 10% just getting off the ground. Crazy. But now we can relax the throttle a whole lot. We don't have to worry about staying over land. We can take a direct route, which if that's 0 degrees and that's 270 degrees, about that would be 315. So we need to steer just a bit north of that, which we are. We'll just ride it like this. So, sorry that the scenery is going to change to mostly ocean for a good duration of this flight, but I don't know. It's something. Hopefully, Kodiak, I got it right this time, will be nice and pretty when we get there. So, enjoy the scenery. Alright everybody, and hey again. It's been quite a while. I've been off doing other things, but it's now time to make some of our final adjustments here on getting our approach to the runway. I've never been to Kodiak before, but I'm going to assume that the runways are set up the same as everywhere else we've been so far, with a runway 27 and a runway 90, or 09 could be. But we're just a little bit off of the 270 vector for approach to this runway, so we're just going to adjust inward like that and hope that we have enough fuel to get there. It really looks like we will, thank goodness. That was kind of a concern, especially when you're over so much water. But we are now in radio contact, so that's extra nice that we are above the horizon, I should say. And you just take a look at this arch. Typically, I don't know why, but when you're flying a plane, these arches will extend past your wingtips. So if you draw a line straight through it, you should get your actual velocity vector, which means that we should be coming in just at the northern tip of this island, which will give us room to turn around at 270 degrees and make our landing approach. So that should be it right there. I guess we'll find out in a few minutes. a very nice view of the Alaskan and Canadian coast. I don't know what that is, but I really wish I had flown closer to it, because that just looks like a straight 90-degree climb. We might have to go check that out later, although it is quite a distance away. But still, that looks mighty impressive even from this distance. I wonder what the peak altitude on that is. Alright, well, anyway then. Back to our time warp flying, now that Val can clearly see the coast. Oh, what was that? Very pretty. I wonder if that little island is where we're heading, or if it's more into the mainland, because there's no little island shown here. Of course, we encountered one of those before also. But I'm wondering what's the island versus what's the mainland. That sure looks way too small to be where we're heading. And Val super zoomo vision. Does not see the airfield yet. We switched to it. It is our active site. Wait. I think that's it. That right there. There. So we're going to go ahead and start our turn in. Oh, again, wrong buttons, which means coming out of time warp. Bit too far. Yeah, it looks like we can just come in right at 270-ish. Well, we'll see when we get there. But we can certainly shed a bit of altitude. Start to make our approach. Easy, Val. Alright, looks like we've got a good approach. Wow. Kodiak is a very pretty launch site. I guess this is for arcing things south. Yeah, into polar orbits, shooting southward bound, I would guess. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just kill the engines, get the gear down. We have lots of speed to shed. Oh man, this may have been a mistake. Well, we've got fuel. We can loop around again. Although I think Val is ready to get the hell out of this airplane. She's been in it for 4 hours now. Oh, come on. Jeez. I'm so bad at this right now. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Nice. Please stop before the end of the runway. Please, 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 please. Yes. Oh, playing with friction controls. Nice. And I don't know what's up with that bounciness. Maybe if we put that friction control back. What are we doing? I would like you to come to a full and complete stop, please, so that I can recover you. Anyway, welcome to Kodiak. Where should we go next, I wonder? Might need a bigger plane. There. Stopped. Brakes. 200. Hey, that did not do it. That was my computer trying to catch up, but apparently we're still moving. That's whatever works. Anyway, good job, Val. This completes this leg of this sightseeing tour. So thanks for hanging out for this one, everybody. I do appreciate it, and I will see all of you tomorrow.